Kick it, Roger. It's the Men in Blazers. Euro 2000 and Copa on Vice Sports. Rog,
thank you.
Davo.
We love that man.
We are the Men in Blazers. You may have seen us on NBC Sports. If you haven't, well done.
We don't have a logo.
No.
Or we didn't have a logo.
Yeah.
But this one for the show just sent in by GFOP Parker at P Keys.
Yeah.
Riffing off the original design by Ian Hutchison.
Oh, it looks good.
I love that. Which one of us is Crockett and which one is Tubbs?
I think I'm Crockett. I love the outfit. I want that outfit. I want that white blazer.
I own that outfit.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any theme music, Davo, but it keeps pouring in. Thank you to all the composers out there who have sullied the entire world of music
with their
by
submissions.
infusing it with our show. This one just come in, David. Do you want to cue it up by going like that?
3, 2. It's better when I cue the stuff with my machine, but I don't have my machine.
It's an amazing piece of music.
Comes in. Okay, it's good. I'm getting into it.
Copa! I like that. Oh, look at Brad Kuzan rocking out to it.
Does it have words?
You know, he likes it. Hey, it's got a hey.
Copa! I love the words.
That music was set in by GFOP Marcel Foucault. Like the philosopher, Davo. We are grateful for that. Keep sending in your submissions for logos and music. And by the end of the Euros, we may be borderline getting to be a proper show, Davo. All I'll say, what a day. This is the afternoon after the night before. I will admit, a little bit hungover.
It's been a long morning.
Little hungover after last night. We did some things that we're not proud of.
How do you know?
Because I woke up this morning with my underpants on my head. I have no idea how they got there. I can't remember how last night ended, but I will say no sleep till MetLife Stadium.
That doesn't quite...
But before we get into the show, Davo.
Yeah.
We need a bit of hair of the dog.
Yeah, we need to drink
zippers.
Bring us in.
What's have we got?
What are you having? Chocolate milk?
Oh, not just chocolate milk. It's brandy and chocolate milk. And Zipper's dad, producer Zipper's dad, is a man who's... Dad bro. Yeah. It's like he's been ripped out of a frat house party, but he's like 50 whatever years age.
Dad.
And he's a party man. And he told me if I drink brandy and chocolate milk and egg, look at that egg. That came out the chicken just like that. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's you too, Davo. There's a Davo egg.
Me?
Yeah. If I have
more
this
positive.
egg,
There's a negative one and a positive one.
Can you hold this for us?
Yeah.
If we hold this right there and we give it a crack.
I'm drinking my drink.
And then we kick it in. You got the Bloody Mary. I've got the Zippers Dad Bro.
It's like a cooking
hair
show.
Of the dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
the
Davo
two
egg.
eggs.
Yeah, I'm doing the Davo egg. We're going to do it.
A Davo egg and a Rog egg. You got a little bit of...
I've got a bit of a Lionel Messi going on the table now.
You've got a little bit of yolk on your MacBook Air.
To victory!
Yeah. Oh, it's dripping. You have so many stains on that jacket, and you've only been wearing it 3 days.
We got a tweet from @Sanchez14. We said, Men in Blazers, that stain.
That looks awful.
That stain.
Look at that.
Thank you, mate.
Just think about drinking that.
I'm only in this for the chicken wings. I'm only in this. Sanchez14 said, that stain on Roger Bennett's right sleeve is really upsetting me. Where is that stain?
It's right there.
Oh, there. That one.
Right there.
Yeah, I thought seersucker was actually chicken wing sauce resistant. It was a bit of a shock to me. But I will break it to you. I believe
there are stains all over it.
My blazer is going to be 78% stained by the end of the month, Dave.
Yeah, if I have anything to do with it.
But can we just say, America.
Yeah. America.
Fantastic
stuff.
Fantastic night, David.
Fantastic stuff.
Fantastic. We went through a lifetime of emotion in just 24 hours, David.
Yeah.
The experience in the morning was that only known by Tracy Chapman's character in Fast Car. Just that heaviness, that darkness. There was no way out. We were trapped. But by the end of the night, Davo, we felt like the kind of joy only known to Lewis Hamilton and Justin Bieber when they go dirt biking together. By the way,
excuse me, I got the hiccups. And hanging out with Neymar. I was a little worried about you before the game yesterday.
Before we get into the game.
Yeah, well, I was worried about you before the game.
Can I just say,
I need some water.
Justin Bieber, he never looks like he's actually having any fun.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried about him, Dave. If you speak to anyone that was born wealthy, this is really good, by the way. Thank you very much, Dad. Ray.
He wasn't born wealthy.
No, but if you speak to people who are mega wealthy, they always tell you the worst part of it is that you don't know who really likes you. You don't have any real friends because everyone just wants to get close to you for the...
That's your Bieber
the
theory.
Money. Well, no, Bieber is essentially living a life where everyone wants to get close to him just to improve their social numbers.
Yeah.
You don't have friends. You just have people who want to take selfies with you.
Yeah. I think it looked like he had a pretty good time at the game. You don't think so?
With Neymar. Well, it was Lewis
He had
Hamilton.
Neymar, Lewis Hamilton. He had everyone there.
I feel I'm a little bit worried. But get back to the football. You were worried about me. I was deflecting.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that you're a pessimist. You're dark, and you're a fairly negative human being.
Yeah.
Those are your good qualities.
Yeah.
But before yesterday's game...
I think I just swallowed a botulism.
Very often, your negativity is a self-protection mechanism that you want to prepare for the worst before Everton play, before the US play, before England, who you pretend to hate, but you actually sort of quite love. But yesterday, I think you really were... You were very... Well, they're also mummy issues. I love you, Val.
Yeah.
But you were very negative yesterday. You were very dark. I was worried for you.
Yeah.
And had it not gone well yesterday, I was worried that I couldn't vouch for your safety. I would have come home with you.
We ended with glory.
Yeah.
But was it the comb-over of glories, Davo? Because I've got to say, we're facing Paraguay, one of my favourite guys. And I wonder, are we going to do so with the same problems? Still absolutely endemic. The same problems from the Colombia game, still extant, David. The lack of a playmaker, the lack of a clear link between midfield and attack. José Zardes playing left back and forward and midfielder and occasionally goalkeeper. And the question for me is, how much of yesterday's win was that Costa Rica took a huge risk coming at the King right from the outset? We are going to try and knock you out in the first round.
They did.
And they missed.
Look, it was a kamikaze mission from the Costa Ricans
yesterday. Yeah, that avant-garde one defender.
Yeah, they came hard, knowing, I think, believing that the US were going to come out and try and out-passion them, out-hustle them. And they came at them very hard. And by coming at them hard and not scoring early, that really opened the door, it opened the space behind the Costa Rican defense for the US to take advantage of. But I think it's hard to take away too much from this team performance, this bounce-back performance, and really to take the credit away from Jurgen, Rog, for the big change.
Yeah,
which was no change.
Can we just say what a ballsy move that was by Jurgen before the game to keep the lineup completely identical to the one that had wilted against Colombia just 4 nights earlier. I mean, Jurgen is a man who loves, we've seen, to tweak formations, find new permutations. Everyone around them was losing their head, i.e. me. And he just said, let's go again. He said, veterans, you wilted on Friday. Jermaine Jones, Clint Dempsey, Ali Bedoya, we go again. And Clint, one of the big hallmarks of the Jurgen era has been, he always says, you have to earn your first team place. Nothing is a given. Most coaches would have at least made one guy a scapegoat to show the other 10 that they have to perform at a higher level if they're to keep their places. The fact that he didn't drop a single player, Davo, I mean, it was an incredible risk, ultimately a risk that wonderfully paid off.
I think not just a ballsy decision. I think it was an act of defiance. I think it was, I came out after the game against Colombia and I said, we played really well, except for the scoreline. And I believe so much in that team and how well they played that this is what I'm going to go and do again. And after the game yesterday, he said, yeah, played very well. Didn't play as well as we played against Colombia. He made that point.
He's just trolling us.
He wanted to play the same
one big tactical
I thought
change
it was brave, and
was
he
to
deserves
go
credit.
with the windbreaker over the polo, which I thought looked fantastic.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Lesson number 2 from yesterday's game. Early goals win Copa games.
I think right now I'm working on a theory. I'm consulting with the committee. I'm not sure you can score too early in the Copa Aniversario in Chicago.
They suspended that world truth.
In a game against another CONCACAF nation.
Interesting.
We're going to see how much broader we can get with that. But right now, you cannot score too early in a Copa Aniversario in Chicago against another CONCACAF
Colombia
nation.
game, early goal for Colombia, changed the fate, tipped the game out of the US hands. This one, the Dempsey goal in the 9th minute, completely changed the dynamic of the game. Euphoria overtook our nation.
Yeah.
We were quivering. Costa Rica were coming at us down both flanks. The defence was buckling.
Yeah.
Everything looked dark. And then Bobby Wood, God bless you, took that tiny touch and LeBron'd it, just flung himself to the floor. The Hawaiian beauty, you.
Yeah.
Clint Dempsey converted, Davo. In truth, the game remained helter-skelter for much of the first 30 minutes.
Costa Rica almost doubled down and pressed even harder at that point. Every time a goal was scored, it was exponential. They pressed even harder.
We're going to go to one defender now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to go nine up front.
-3 defenders.
One at the back. Credit fantastic finishes from Jermaine Jones. Absolutely fantastic. And St. Bobby Wood. Jones, I've upgraded you. You are the best foreigner since waiting for a girl like you. And Bobby Wood, St. Bobby, as you will be known before the end of this tournament, Davo. Point 3 for me from yesterday's game. We talked about this a lot together this morning. Yeah. The one thing we did not understand was the substitutions. On Stroll, Graham Zusi in the 70th minute. Pasilic, Nagbe, an opportunity to get some game time in the international arena with no pressure on their shoulders. But no, the second sub, Wando, who again I think was Jurgen, just trolling us 77 minutes. It was great to see KB5. I was shocked that he didn't put in Tim Howard just to kind of goad all the #FreeNagbe guys. I love Graham Zusi, Davo. I admire Zusi, the stallion who will mount the world. His goal was well finished, but I would have traded it in a heartbeat for 20 minutes of game time for either of the newcomers.
Totally get your point. I think all of us are excited to see Darlington, Nagbe, and the child, Christian Pulisic, play. But at the same time, Jurgen has a whole squad to manage. He's got a squad of players who've been together for a long time, who have qualified for World Cups, who played at World Cups, who had the disappointment in the Gold Cup last summer, Rog. And I think to some extent, he really must be trusted to manage that team and those personalities. I'm not sure that with all the sound in the media about Darlington, Nagbe and Pulisic, it really helps the cause of getting those guys more playing time. Because I think that the players themselves and Jurgen himself want to protect the guys who've been there again and again. And certainly that team chemistry, that team unity, that team fighting for each other was there last night.
I think Jurgen sent a signal last night. He is going to play this tournament and live or die with his veterans. Jurgen is in some way Jose Mourinhoing it.
Yeah.
I mean, partly, I believe that if he had put on Nagbe, if he had put on Tenacious P, and they played well, then the whole narrative going into the Paraguay game would be, is he going to start Darlington or Tenacious P? I mean, when asked after the game about not bringing either of them on, a very curt answer from Jurgen post-game. I'm only going to talk about the guys who played. And I remember with Landon Donovan, when he was dropped for the World Cup, part of me thought he dropped Landon because he knew he wasn't going to start Landon, and Landon on the bench was a media distraction. Had they lost that first game against Ghana, going into the second game against Portugal, the press would have been, you must play Landon, you must play Landon. And I am kind of fascinated. To a large extent, I kind of believe Nagbe and Pulisic didn't take the field because he wants to control the selection,
I think
do it
that's
his
a
own
really
time.
interesting point. And I think almost certainly some truth to that. Some of the delegates in Jurgen's head, he may have more than 100 delegates, Rog, but I think some of the delegates...
Just explain how the delegates work.
We all have 100 delegates in our head, in my view, and nothing we ever feel is like 100 to 0. Yes, there's like, it's a 72-28. That's a good vote. I'm going to go and do that. And I think Jurgen's got 100 delegates, and maybe 15 of his delegates said, no, don't bring them on. Don't bring them on, or that's all that anybody's going to talk about. Another 25 delegates are thinking, let's not disturb the team chemistry. And other people are thinking, you know what, Zusi's deserved his place. Wando, I'd love Wando to get a goal.
Redeem Wando.
Yeah, the redemption
Wando.
of Wando. And KB5, I need him to get some minutes because I might need KB5 to lock it up.
Do you need
when we're 1-0 up against Paraguay in Philadelphia?
I was fascinated by Jurgen's comments after the game. Some of the media, quote, write all their articles off the pure result. They maybe didn't even watch the game, but it's okay, he said in a way that made it clear it wasn't okay. It's the media's fault, all of this. It's not. But that's what I think Jurgen is selling to the team. It's us against the world. That world includes the US media. And I find the media a fascinating culture in America. In England, the media is so exhausted, they're so dispirited, they're so cynical at this point.
Yeah.
The culture of American soccer journalism is deeply emotional because they're not just scribes objectively writing about the game. To a large degree, their heart wants football to grow in this country more than anything in the world. They dream of the US doing well, far more than the journalists of most countries, David.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I mean, the words you see written in the articles written by journalists following this team in their match reports, they talk about a loss being dispiriting, and they're not talking about it being dispiriting for Jurgen or the US soccer or the fans. They're talking about it being dispiriting for them personally about what's going on. And I find it fascinating. We're so used to the English media, and by the way, we're not in any way comparing the American media unfavorably to the English media. The English media are awful. They are not for the team. They want the team to lose, and that is
good for
awful.
Business.
That is awful. And the fans want the team to win. The media want them to lose. But here it's almost not reversed. The fans desperately want the team to win. Sometimes I feel that the media want the team to win even more than the fans. Sometimes
good
for
for
them,
business.
not necessarily good for business, not for anybody else.
I was speaking to a friend of mine who's an English journalist who was in the press box in 2010 when the US crashed out of the World Cup in such a heartbreaking fashion.
Oh, yeah, against Ghana.
And he said he couldn't believe that he looked over at the US press contingent. He said one of the guys collapsed against his
Major
keyboard.
Writer, was in tears.
Was in tears, which I fully understand. I think I was in tears. We were all in tears when the US went out. But that kind of emotionalism, it just doesn't exist in the English media whatsoever.
But there is also a sense, and this is the attitude towards Jurgen, that they also want the team. This is why the non-changed team was so genius, I think, by Jurgen, and not giving a little tip of the hat and bringing on Darlington and bringing on Pulisic, is that he wants to win, not in any way the way that the journalists want him to. The journalists want this team to play in the way that they write that they want the team to play. They want them to win using that same style. And when they don't win using that same style, it somehow doesn't validate their world theory, their world view of what's going on. And he doesn't care about their world view.
Wheels within wheels.
Brilliant.
Ultimately, as Elon Musk says, we're all just existing in a simulation of a simulation in some other giant's room. We're just in the corner, in a little fish tank, going about our world. Nothing matters.
You said this in the podcast,
and
I'm still, my head
best
still
not
hurts.
To get your head around it. It's
trying to think
dark.
about it because I can't deal
with
with it.
We have light, David.
Are we really here? Is this really going on? Am I actually drinking this drink, or is it all a simulation?
If nothing means anything, why do I care so much about the Paraguay game, David? The good news is, Paraguay, without their red-carded midfielder, playmaker Oscar Romero after last night's 2-1, a feisty game against Colombia. Well played, Colombia, with an O. First team to qualify for the knockout round. Paraguay will have travelled astonishingly 5,000 miles at this tournament before the game, as energy-sapping as any opponent. They are a robust foe. Make no mistake, it's going to be harder to break them down unless they have the Costa Rica strategy of just charging towards America like lemmings. Victor Ayala's long-range strike last night, a beauty, shows that they can score in fantastic ways when they want. We should win this game, David. We are playing at home. We have a wonderfully talented squad, player for player, when you match it up against the Paraguayan team. I do believe Philadelphia will really turn out for this game in a way that Chicago didn't.
Yeah, we will see. Paraguay, always very physical. They're a very physical team. Of the Guays are all physical. And of the Guays, they're sort of right up there with Uruguay in terms of how physically they play.
They're definitely in the top
football.
two Guays physically.
And, I'm interested to see the game. I think it'll be fantastic. I thought there were parts in the game against Colombia where I thought they were bossing it a little bit. I thought they played very, very well.
Quick one, Davo.
Yeah.
Biggest takeaway from the Copa, no matter what happens from the US, was the Gulati comments before the game. Sunil Gulati, kind of in your words, leaking that, we've always thought that Jurgen's career as US team is infinite.
When anybody says we have short-term goals and we have long-term goals, that is always a precursor to somebody getting fired, in my experience, in corporate America.
And the truth is, what Sunil Gulati said yesterday, that we'll look at everything after this competition. It doesn't come out of thin air. He's a wonderfully political individual. He will have checked in with senior players, the senior coaches, the administrators of this team. And I think ultimately that is the biggest takeaway, no matter what happens in this tournament, that a Band-Aid has been ripped off this US team that can never be put back on, Davo. Jurgen Klinsmann's American coaching career has hit a new kind of delta, because from this point on, he is merely mortal, which is perhaps why he did his Facebook Live today. Fantastic 22 minutes of Jurgen in a Chicago Railroad siding, wearing what I think are pajamas.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Credit him. He's not
hiding.
hiding.
He's copying us.
He's got the
only we do
Facebook Live. We invented it. No one else is doing it. Everyone is on it.
Yeah.
I love him because he's not hiding. He's putting himself out there. He's a master of optics. Watch it. It's fascinating. He didn't put it on US Soccer's Facebook page. He put it on Jurgen Klinsmann's Facebook page, which says a lot symbolically.
He wants to directly communicate with the fans without going through the media.
It is a very fascinating watch. Talking about the young players, talked about how Argentina versus Chile, the high tempo, the play for night. He did a lot of Jurgen Klinsmann's greatest hits, challenge ourselves, semi-final, players rise up. But he said, Argentina versus Chile, you watch that game, you watch the high tempo of the play for 90 minutes, and you aspire to that for the US team. Lovely thing, he said, I let the boys have Chicago pizza in the locker room last night. They're tired of my food regime. I do wonder if they had Lou Malnati's, David. Bobby Wood, he praised. Michael Bradley praised. John Brooks, he praised. Jermaine Jones, of course, he praised. David, fascinating watch in every single way. I think we've got some guests, David. I feel a guest coming on.
Look, I can't believe it. It's Nico and Vince.
Oh, my favourite.
Our favourite Norwegians.
They're
Norwegians.
They're not just our favourite Norwegians. They're our favourite artists.
They're favourite artists. They're up there with Modigliani, Botticelli, Thomas
all
Mann,
the way up there.
all the way.
And the Kings of Convenience.
And the Kings of Convenience. No, they're not in the same league. We are in a different league with Nico and Vince and the Kings of Convenience. We've already established that. Nico and Vince, welcome back to the Panic Room.
Thank you, man. It feels good
You've
to be
been
here.
over in Europe.
The chair did not want me to see you guys right now. It's turning.
Oh, the chair is. Oh, there you go. You can come back. It swivels. It's amazing how that works. You've been over in Europe.
Been in Europe,
You're now back recording in our fine city. Your first album, you love football so much, you called it Black Star Elephant. A reflection of your identities. One a Ghana supporter, one an Ivory Coast fan. You're also from Norway. 3 teams you guys cover between the two of you. Somehow none of them are involved in this stealth summer of football. How are you coping?
It's sad. Norway is still not there yet. But we got Sweden, though. We'll latch on to Sweden.
When you cheer for Sweden?
We'll latch on to Sweden.
We could have been like hating them, but we're not actually.
No, we're not.
We're fans of Zlatan and the whole team.
This is fascinating.
You've got to love Manchester United Zlatan.
In the United
Kingdom. He's coming.
That's
good for him.
I really hope.
We're going to chat about that. In the United Kingdom, by the way, I don't understand how your team is so bad. You've got Brett Hangeland playing for them. Fantastic.
Is he playing?
Not right now.
Not right now, yeah.
Not right now, no.
He's an amazing playmaker. What could go wrong with him as the biggest star? You gave Mix Discaroo to us, which I think was an incredible mistake.
Shout out to Mix.
We're in the United Kingdom. When one of our teams qualifies, everybody else hates on them.
Right.
Well, really, if England qualified, the Scottish just root avidly for anybody. Scandinavians, are you not like Iceland? Iceland are in the Euro. Sod Iceland.
But is even Iceland in Scandinavia? Is it Scandinavia?
It's not part of Scandinavia.
No, it's not. So we don't really have that kind of.
It is.
It's been so long since Norway's been in a major tournament.
The shared Norse mythology that you share.
Thor
comes from Iceland.
We're all Vikings.
We
support each other.
I think definitely there's. I think for us, because we haven't had anything for
16 years.
16 years since the last time.
98.
It's like being a Buffalo Bills fan.
So it's crazy. So so if we just sort of, and we know Zlatan is like the king of.
So you're going to cheer for Sweden in the Euros. That starts.
I will.
Starts on Friday.
Can I ask you?
Exciting stuff.
In England, like we got stereotypes of every other place, and they all have it of us. Like, what do you think of Welsh people, David?
Well, as a Davis, it's very difficult for me to have an opinion about Welsh people. I think they're lovely. I think they love their sheep very much.
Yeah, they do. Scottish people have a certain stereotype. Irish people, amazing. A different.
I just love their sheep a lot.
Can you enlighten us? What do Norwegians think if I say Swedish people? Does something come to Iceland? Do you think they're all like at home?
I don't know.
So we make jokes.
When I think of Icelandic, I just think of that's the proper like Viking.
Yeah.
Proper
That's what I see
Viking.
because it's cold up there. You know, it's even further north than Norway, and that's what I'm thinking when I see them.
But English people, when they make jokes about Scottish people, they'll joke that they're very tight with their money. When they make jokes about Irish people, they'll say that they aren't that bright. When they make jokes about Welsh people, they talk about how much they love their sheep. But do Norwegians make joke about Swedish people?
Yeah, I mean, so in our jokes towards the Swedes is always like, the Norwegians always the smartest, of course.
Yeah,
and then the Danish and then the Swedish is
are the worst.
Oh, the Swedes are the dumb blondes. They're the dumb blondes of Scandinavia. That's wonderful stuff.
Yeah, no.
Talking about great pop stars like yourselves and football, this came out today. Troy Deeney.
Troy Deeney
of
Watford.
Looks like he's off to Juventus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a look.
Is that the Pogba shirt he got on? Maybe.
That's Juventus,
Yeah.
Juventus shirt.
Wow.
I've seen him with all types of soccer shirts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know who he supports.
Yeah.
We had him on.
Sharp.
We had him on the show, old Slim Troy Deeney.
Yeah.
And Slim Troy Deeney told us that when he goes to stadia to watch games, like as soon as he's sitting there in the director's box, someone will come up to Drake and be like, "Are you cold, Drake?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm a bit cold." And like it'll be at Manchester United, and the Manchester United directors will suddenly, one of them will put on a huge branded Manchester United puffer coat, and he says out of nowhere, like 12 photographers zoom in, take photos,
Immediately.
and they're like wickets, and then photos all over there, and they're like, "Drake supports Manchester United." The next week he'll be at Chelsea. They'll be like, "Drake, are you cold?" So that's how it happens.
That's how it happens. Can't believe you weren't at the Copa America game in Los Angeles with Neymar, Lewis Hamilton, Jamie Foxx, Biebs. This seems like the kind of crew that you guys would hang out with.
Yeah, man, every day. You know, they actually called us and wanted us to come over.
And Neymar's very lonely in that big house he's rented in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, right?
He needs you to go over.
We got to go see him.
And hang out with him. That'd be good.
United fan, Zlatan, age 34. 10 years older than both Dave and myself.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But do you think about Zlatan, 17 years into his career, arriving at your great club as a exciting prospect that will resurrect them back from middle of the pack to kind of like...
It kind of feels like it can only go up from this point, you know. And I think the cool thing about Zlatan, he has that personality, and he also has that interest for people to sort of watch, you know, like and to sort of feel. And he has that leadership, and he has the winning mentality that my team needs now.
He's won the league with every team he's played, I think.
Yeah,
He's some crazy stat like
that.
But he hasn't played in the Premier League yet.
All records must come to an end.
Yeah, of course. Our Jose Mourinho, fellow Chelsea fan, going to Man United, bring us that. It's going to be difficult.
That's more threatening for me. That's what I'm scared of.
So I think the combo, they did they purchased was it Bailey?
Yeah, from
Ivory Coast as well. So I think there's some things that might be. I'm very optimistic.
You seem like that. You seem that way.
You see how I glow up on the screen right now? Just
talking about
you've got a glow. Rog doesn't even recognize it. He doesn't understand optimism.
I just like the naivety.
I know.
I love it. I love it.
Understand it.
Last one from you guys. Can we get a prediction? The Euro 2016 starts on Friday. Enlighten us.
Who's going to win it?
The Euros, huh?
Off the top of my head, just the first team that pops in my head is
Iceland.
Yes, exactly. No, it's I'm thinking of France.
Belgium.
Belgium. France and Belgium. Yeah. France and Belgium. They could be very good.
Yeah. I'm thinking about. What do you think about Spain?
I think Spain that lost to Georgia, ranked 131st in the world. That was pretty poor. I think Spain don't quite have it right now, but they could surprise us. They could come back. I like the Italians in their dark suits. I don't really care how they play. They're so sharp in their dark suits and their dark shirts and their dark ties, and want to see how Antonio Conte coaches that team.
We are grateful to you. We cannot wait for your next album to come out. If you need us to come and lay down some tracks, we are available.
Look at this.
We are available.
Can we do like a little one as we outro up here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want you to play it. We can just jump on it. We can just do like a little.
Oh, I love it. David, you're better.
You got to keep we got to keep some kind of rhythm though. Like let's try.
David's more musical.
Okay. It's kind of hard to follow that.
We
No, sir.
You know, let's keep that for next time. Actually, let's,
Okay, we'll do it for the next time.
you practice that, and I'll.
Okay, well, we would love to record a single with Nico and Vince and Rogie and Davo.
You guys
That would be awesome. A football single with you guys
Can
would be
we do
amazing.
the new theme song?
We'd love
Yes,
to do a
we
thing.
need a theme song.
We love it.
Right.
Did you hear the one we just got?
Yeah.
Can you
How's-
cue
Play
that
it
again?
again.
The submission. Cue the
They keep
submission we
coming
just
in.
got.
Yeah, it's very macho. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Too macho for me. Too macho. Still very.
I reckon we could do something different. You know, like a little.
That's enough of that. It's not us.
Yeah.
It's not us.
It's going to be funny when we hear Nico and Vince's new song on the radio and it sounds a little bit like that. A little bit like that.
Yeah.
The whole video is just like.
You've been trying to show something here. What is that?
I got to tell you, that theme tune would work for us when I finish my course of steroids and beef up. We're going to give you how would you describe this, Davey?
This is our scarf that we prepared for the United States.
Our inadvertent double entendre scarf.
We
Thank you,
finished
Katie
off
Nolan.
Blatter.
Yeah.
We didn't mean it to sound like that. We didn't understand Katie Nolan. And there we go. So
Wear the
scarves,
one
hats, wear that stuff
Thank
with
you.
pride
For sure.
as honorary Americans from the valleys
guys.
of
Thanks
for having
San
us.
Fernando.
Courage.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming in,
Oh,
guys.
see you
Good
next
luck
time.
with everything.
Yeah.
Can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see, listen to your new singles. Can't wait to see you play live. Can't wait to
National Best
communicate
Friends
with
Day,
you about
David.
football. We love
Nico and Vince.
Come on the Tippelagen. Well done, Nico. We love the
Yeah,
Tippelagen.
we're still trying to buy the rights to the
We're still
Tippelagen.
trying to buy the rights. They wanted more than $100.
Now for my favourite part of the show, because
Yeah.
we only are in this for the chicken wings, David.
Oh, thank God.
Get them in, zippers. Let's do it. We're going to... Oh, I'll take the Haiti ones.
Oh, you're having the Haiti
I
one.
love Haiti.
Oh, I love my Brazil.
By the way, we're getting a lot of crap that we just eat the chicken drumsticks and not the
Yeah.
actual wings, so I'm going to go for that. A lot of
Well,
you
no.
are very annoyed that we take the easy
most
way
of the
out.
crap I get is from Mrs. B.
What, that you fillet the chicken wings?
Yeah, I'm very worried about... Anyway,
Oh, that is good.
I'm not going to talk about it. If that's filleted... Well, I'm very
Tonight,
worried about it. I feel
what time's
bad.
the game, David?
A little bit bad for you. Yeah, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Orlando.
Oh, UBK.
Brazil
You've outdone yourself.
versus Haiti. I think there'll be a lot of people there for that one. Brazil is basically... Orlando is almost like the fourth largest city in Brazil, Rog. Chicken wing prediction, what do you think?
Oh, Brazil are ranked number 7 in the world. Haiti is 74, but this third-string Brazil outfit, it's about as good as Chivas USA. They are woeful, they are raw, they are unmotivated, they are unloved.
Yeah.
These wings, Davo, they taste of Wycliffe's happiness. I'm sensing a big, big shot. This Copa is going to go full, you tell my girl I'll be gone till November. 1-0 Haiti.
Yeah, I see my wings, Rog,
Yep.
see this very differently. I think Willian, this is going to be his coming out game in the Copa Aniversario. I think Brazil are going to go all 6-0 on Haiti.
Wycliffe
later on.
Against Willian, there can only be one winner.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, tomorrow, Davo, we are
Yeah.
back with a special 10 a.m.
Yeah.
on Vice Sports with a mailbag program.
Wow.
In which we will review the first
really?
week of the Copa das Copas
Got to change my schedule.
and the
Yeah.
incredible forthcoming
Yeah.
breaking Euros, which are about to envelope our lives.
Oh, can't wait.
Starting on Friday. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Good morning, Copa
I
and
just
Euros.
belated
It's
it.
our morning television show.
I can't
Good
wait.
morning, Copa.
Good morning, Blazers.
Good morning, Copas.
And then, sorry, the late
feel like
game. we
Kathy
should say
Lee and
time-
Hodor.
The late game tonight, Rog. Ecuador versus Peru, 10 p.m. Eastern Time in Glendale.
I've got
Rog,
a huge
not
piece
California,
of chicken stuck
Arizona.
in there.
Okay,
It's like flapping around when I speak, so we better end the show.
that was it.
It's like flapping
Email
around.
us, meninblazers@gmail.com. Go to
Yeah.
our Facebook. Tweet us
right
at
there, this
Men
big
in
piece of
Blazers.
chicken
Send
is
your
just like-
ravens to the crap part of Soho.
Yeah.
Rog, courage. Enjoy. My hangover's completely gone now. This was excellent.
Hair of
Thanks
the
so
dog.
much.